So it's not about, for me, Bryce automatically needed to sit. And I feel like there's quarterbacks, it makes sense for them to sit. And I did say that if there's a right person in front of them, if there's a quarterback that is capable in front of them, sure. I'm talking about if you're just going to throw anybody out there just for the sake of it. But again, the Panthers they drafted a quarterback and then they traded their best receiver, one of the best receivers in the NFL, and what's his DJ Moore in the process. Who is Bryce Young coming into that? Who is this? Like, everybody has one person that they can go to. Even if the game's bad, I can go to this person. He's going to get me a catch. Daniel Jones, as we talked about with Malik Neighbors, he knows I can go to Malik and I can get a catch there. I can get 10 catches out of Malik here. DJ Moore literally came in with no receivers, no offensive line, no coach that really knows what they're doing. And now this kid's time in Carolina is done. Like, it's insane. Gene, I'm going to let you jump in here.
When did you put him back in now?
You can't.
And that's what I'm saying. But going back to your point, you just said if you have someone in front of him that's capable, Andy Dalton is capable. He ain't gonna win you games, but he knows how to play the position. Let Andy rock out for a little bit. Here's a question that no one's asking, and I want to ask you too this question: do you think Bryce Young has the physicality and the makeup physically to play in the NFL?
I mean, I said this in our fantasy chat. I was like, Bryce Young might be the smallest player I've ever. Like, he doesn't look like a real person on the field, bro. I be thinking, like, because people are good with Photoshop and all. When I see his highlights on Twitter, I be thinking people are trolling and like they make him smaller. He looks tiny behind his offensive line, bro.
Okay,
but I don't want to use that as a marker to like say Bryce Young can't play in the NFL. I don't want to do that.
He played. He already played a season.
Right.
He can do it. You know what I mean?
He's physically limited, right?
Tyler's
the right people. Yeah, guiding him.
Hockey. They're same height.
But that goes back to now that goes to my next point, right? You see Kyler Murray, you see Russell Wilson, you can even say Drew Brees, and you can go back to Doug Flutie. Those four quarterbacks had tremendous arm strength. Bryce Young doesn't have that, right? So it can't be both issues that's holding you back. You lack the physicality and the makeup to be, a strong quarterback, and then you don't have the arm strength to negate that, right? Drew Brees wasn't the biggest dude. He can throw that ball down the field. Doug Flutie can throw that crap 80 yards down the field. Same thing with Russell Wilson, who probably had the best deep ball. And from every highlight that I'm looking at, Bryce Young, he's missing guys, and he's not really that accurate, but you don't even have the arm strength to kind of like finagle it a little bit longer. But at the end of the day, Panthers dropped the ball. I felt like he shouldn't have started yet. But like you guys said, how do you go back? You can't go back to him.
So did Bryce lose his ability to throw in college? Because Alabama it's not like he played at Colorado. This dude played in the hardest conference in football. Like, he dominated college football.
Fellas, they'll call us right now.
I know there's a difference. I'm not saying it's the same.
Come on.
I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm saying like the physical ability doesn't go. Like, he was very accurate at Bama, and he had a rocket at Bama. It was never an issue.
And wide receivers run wide open in college football, so everything's gonna look good.
Right.
Everything's gonna look good, bro.
So it's about separation, because guys in the NFL can't create separation. Bryce doesn't have the guys creating separation.
In college, you can just launch it and have a guy go get it. And you'll count the hell to it.
Tua does that with Tyreek.
Who?
Tua be launching it and Tyreek go get it. So you can create separation. He doesn't have those bursts.
Tua has an arm though.
That I think Bryce Young was just not set up right. That's all. He's had the capability of being a good quarterback in the NFL. He just wasn't set up to be a good quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
When you're coming from Alabama, like y'all mentioned, you got a lot of weapons around him. Playing in college, so it makes the game a lot easier for him.
Right.
So now you go into the NFL where every team's like that. You get what I'm saying?
The worst team's like that.
Yeah, like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like he wasn't really set up. That organization failed him, if you want to say that. The organization.
I can see a Baker Mayfield situation for Bryce. I can see if Bryce goes and sit Baker didn't really sit. Baker actually
Just went to a new
he
team.
went to the Panthers. He played. They got rid of him. He went to LA. He literally when he got to LA was the same day the game was going on a Thursday night. He played there,
Yeah.
went into the offseason. Tampa took a flyer on him. He balled out, and now Baker looks like one of the best quarterbacks in football, which is crazy.